somebody in YouTube land can tell me what the fuck is going on with my tomato plant. So, well, it's a weird little guy to begin with. So this tomato plant, so I harvested some seeds from a heirloom tomatoes that we got at a farmer's market last year, towards the end of the season. Um, they're big green cat's eye, cat smile, whatever, big green fucking Cheshire cat looking tomatoes, heirloom tomatoes, right? So I was like, oh cool, let me get some of these seeds. So I grabbed some of the seeds, and then I started to germinate in my grow room, and why not? It was like the very end, and so they started sprouting and stuff and growing, and so then I put them outside, and then winter hit. But I live in Southern California, so it was really mild winter, and the tomato plant grew, like all winter long. It grew. To about 2 feet, maybe a foot and a half, 2 feet, right? To about this size. This is a pepper size, but it's about this size, right? And then, as soon as it starts warming up, it starts fruiting, right? Flowers but look at these fucking flowers, man. Like, they're ginormous. They're not like your normal, like they're not like the other ones I had last year. And mind you, I don't have any other heirloom tomatoes, right? Growing. So these were the only heirloom tomatoes that were growing. These were the only tomatoes that were growing because it was winter. So it shouldn't produce the same tomato, correct? My understanding was that just because you get an heirloom plant heirloom tomato seed, doesn't necessarily mean you're going to, or doesn't it? You're not going to get an heirloom tomato unless you have other heirloom tomatoes for it to cross-mogenate with, right? Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'm misunderstood. But these fucking flowers are ginormous, okay? So, I mean, huge, right? Not a big deal, okay? Except for, I mean, huge, right? All my tomatoes are coming out. They're like four conjoined. They're conjoined tomato twins. Like this one is the closest thing to red. And I know you guys are gonna say, oh well, it's because they were thirsty, right? Because they didn't get enough water. No, false. Because they're like this from the beginning. From the get-go, all of them. Well, there's been a couple that weren't, and but they're all and so it's like, and another thing is that, like, these are like vines. I mean, they won't, like, I'm not experienced. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is my second season growing anything, so it's not like I'm that experienced, but like, there's no, like, there's nothing like this. What would be holding this up? And I know I've got to brace stuff, but like, no. Like last year, my other tomatoes, I had to put some support, but they were like a bush, and these guys are just like limptic, right? So I mean, they're fucking. It's just. It's like they're deformed, but it's like, okay, so see, it's like all of these will grow into one. And I don't know if there's like been some kind of like maybe like I don't know, you got radioactive or something. No, I know not radioactive, but they're just, I mean, my mint, look how ginormous my mint leaves are. And I'm sure mint grows all year round. So I got my potatoes. These are tomatoes that I just started from seed. Watermelon radish. I'm mad successful with watermelon radish. And so, okay, so these are, I started these peppers from, so I had a bunch of jalapenos, I had a bunch of jalapeno seeds, bell pepper seeds, and cayenne peppers. I think, yeah. And I I germinated them all together and like just, but they've been growing. I mean, you know, they're kind of runs to the litter, but they grew all winter long too. I mean, very slow. They're more hibernating. I think these guys are dead. I'm not sure, but like they're not fruiting or anything. They're not producing anything. So, like I said, I'm new. My mint was like fucking trees, man. And then my asparagus, I'm not sure. I think that's too much in this container, in this basket. Should I thin that out? Somebody? Can somebody, you know, break me off some knowledge? Because green onions are going like crazy. Potato, carrots, potato. Irish, what do you want? So, yeah, I want to know what's going on with these tomatoes. If there's something I can do, or if I let them grow, if it's just the way they are, or the way they're supposed to be. Fuck. That's not a farmer blow, but I'm in my farmer's phase, so I can do that. And guys, for the aphids and stuff, cinnamon, is it antifungal? Oh, and all of a sudden, like, let's see, like, mushrooms have been growing. It's like, I used some fertilizer this year, but should mushrooms be growing? I doubt they're the fun kind anyways. So, but aphids all over the place. So anyways, anybody out there in YouTube land, please break me off some knowledge. I